Oops, I didn't mean to come over to the starting soon screen already. Oopsie, I'm pretty sure ads are still running, but I'm here, so I guess we'll hang out. I literally did not mean to switch screens over yet. I was just trying to do something on OBS, but I'm here now. It would be weird if I disappeared again, so I guess we'll just hang out while the opening ads run. Early sub access. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Hello, everybody. So good to see you. Happy Wednesday. We're starting about a minute early because, yeah, Butterfingers. What's going on? So good to see you guys. Hello, Mix. Hello, Bronny. Hello, TS. Hello, Piro. Hello, Kev. So good to see you guys. Welcome in. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. We're going to be playing some more Blueprints tonight, and we haven't played Blueprints in literally ages. According to Steam, the last time I played Blueprints was July 22nd, which is what? Almost exactly a month ago? That's insane. It's been a long time coming, so very happy to be here this evening, but we obviously won't get started until those ads run. So how's everybody doing? How was your week? I saw a lot of you guys on, when did I last stream? Sunday? Saturday? Over the weekend. We finished the altars, which was exciting. We got what I thought was going to be the bad ending, but turned out to not actually be that bad of an ending, so that worked out really nice. Definitely room for another playthrough, though. I was looking into the game a little bit, and apparently they do plan to do some sort of DLC in the future, so I'm thinking that would probably be a great time to revisit the game if we were going to revisit it and try to see the diverging paths and the different endings. So Altars is done for now, but I'm certainly not ruling out returning to the game in the future because I am really, really excited to see how things could potentially shake out had I made other choices. So yeah, Altars is done, meaning the two games we've got on tap now are back to Blueprints and Breath of the Wild. We'll be playing Blueprints today, Breath of the Wild tomorrow, and then just rotating through as we keep going. Hi, Rector, how are you? Rector was sending me some fucked up videos on TikTok today. They involved grandmas falling downstairs, and I can't say anymore, but hi, Rector. Good to see you. I was out both last night and tonight trying to catch a peek at the Perseid meteor shower. Did you manage to see it at all, TS? I hope you did. It looked like a beautiful night. TS sent me a little Snapchat yesterday. We were having very opposite activities. I sent him a Snapchat at like 4 p.m. my time of me sitting on a patio drinking a beer, sun out, and then he responded with darkness searching for meteors. So it's really funny how we can live on the same planet and the time can be so completely different, right? Oh no, Rector and Tiff are granny bashers. Last night was rough. I laid on a pitch dark beach for 45 minutes without a single shooting star, but then saw 5 in as many minutes. Okay, I'm glad you ended up seeing something. And honestly, lying in the pitch dark on a beach sounds so relaxing. Oh my god. Oh, I can feel the tension melt away from my shoulders even thinking about it. That sounds fantastic. Tonight would have been better, but it started clouding over the moment I laid down, of course. Fucking Mother Nature, that bitch, am I right? Hi, Euro, how are you? So good to see you. Welcome, everybody. I was just saying, very excited to play Blueprints tonight because it has been almost a month since our last Blueprint stream, which is crazy. I think most of you guys have been here for a Blueprint stream in the past, but in case you're new here or you need a reminder, we have technically beaten Blueprints. The issue with Blueprints is that there's no real ending. The closest thing we had to an ending was when we got to room 46 for the first time, which from the very beginning has been touted as the primary objective. However, we found out very quickly that after accessing room 46, that was basically just the tutorial. There's still so much left to do in this game, and it's getting to the point where I'm not sure if it will ever officially end. I'm not sure if there's ever going to be another definitive ending. So basically what we need to do is just keep playing until we get to a point where we feel satisfied and kind of done with the game. I won't lie, the whole playthrough I've obviously been avoiding spoilers and trying to figure everything out on my own, and I still am. But to be upfront, I did a little bit of Googling just to kind of see what's left. Obviously, right now, what we're working on is opening the 8 doors in the antechamber immediately below room 46. But that's been the objective we're working on. We currently have 6 out of 8 keys, so I want to get those final 2 keys. Inside each of those rooms, there's weird sigils. And then from there, we're going to get postcards, which we can use in room 46 on Uncle's red string board. So that's been kind of my to-do list, I guess, for right now. Before I finish the game, I definitely want to do those things. I want to open all the doors, I want to solve all the sigil puzzles, and then I want to solve the string puzzle. But it got me thinking, is there a lot left after that? Is there more stuff I want to do? So it turns out there is more stuff to do after that, but it gets more and more convoluted and more RNG based. So as of right now, and this is subject to change, maybe by the time we do the string board puzzle, I'll be like, fuck it, I want to do everything in this game. But after doing a little bit of investigation and seeing how deep some of the rabbit holes go, and then, yeah, you've got the cursed runs and trying to hunt for achievements and those kind of things, my gut feeling is that we'll probably call the game complete when we finish the doors and the sigils and the string puzzle, because everything after that seems a bit painful, for lack of a better word. I feel like it's going to get too deep in the weeds after that. So again, we'll see how it goes, but just to kind of let you guys know where my head is at, I think we'll probably consider that the end of the game for us, but we'll see how it goes. Speaking of, so as I mentioned, today the objective is going to be to finding the keys, the 2 remaining keys that we have left. And the 2 hints that we have for those keys were, let me get the exact wording. I don't want to paraphrase. 1 second. Let me get the exact wording of the clues for these keys. I have so many screenshots of this game on my phone. It's getting to the point where I can't even find anything because there's just too many screenshots. Okay, hang on. Where the hell? There it is. Okay. So the 2 keys we have left, these are the hints. The 3rd key is high up among all the clocks. Okay, and I've speculated forever that must be a clock tower, but I have not been able to locate a clock tower. I don't know how to get to a clock tower, so I'll be honest, I did look up a little hint. Apparently clock tower is a room you can draft, but we need to draft the drafting room and then pick it up in the drafting room. So that's how we get it, and then from there there's going to be puzzles in the clock tower. But I wanted to at least make sure I was on the right track and not, completely out to lunch. So that's what we need to do for there. And then the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. I was really confused about this one. We had hypothesized about a bunch of different things. Again, I just decided to get a little nudge, not even quite a hint, just a nudge to see what I had to do or where I had to go. And apparently this involves the Mechanarium, which is a room that we have not really done anything with. So that's where we're going to start our adventures this evening. So without further ado, I guess I'll load up blueprints. We'll get cozy, sit back, relax, and enjoy the puzzles. And yeah, hoping for another good stream this evening. How was everybody's hump day? Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Let's go. Friday's looking real close now. My Wednesday was okay. I was tired today. I'm very tired. I haven't really taken any time off this summer. The last time I took time off, I mean, it's been a while. Like, I've taken a day here and there, but like, I am ready for a break. And luckily, I'm taking next week off from work. My best friend Bethany's coming to visit on Friday, and she'll be here through next week. So I'm taking the week off to just hang out and relax with her, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. I'm just, when you just start to feel a bit ground down, just a bit burnt out. That's where I am in terms of work, unfortunately. But things are okay. Things are good. I'm trying not to complain too much because things could most certainly be worse. But yeah, just feeling a little tired. All right, so this is day 73. Piro says the Mechanarium key can be frustrating. Great. I love frustrating things. That's a neat game too, Mechanarium. Oh, that there's a game called Mechanarium? God, it's been so long since we played this. All right, so we'll start outside. We'll draft a tomb so we can start off with some gold. head on down here and grab our goals. And now, the next thing I want to do is just take a look at our floor plan. So let's find the mechanarium and take a closer look at it. And this is the drafting studio. This is the other room we need. As an architect and engineer, it was not uncommon to find your great uncle spending the better part of his weekends here at a drafting table with T-square and compass in hand. Over half of the floor plans of Mount Holly were conceptualized, refined, and drafted in the studio. So apparently we've drafted it 4 times, so we're going to need to draft it at least 1 more time if we're going to get the Clocktower. And then the mechanarium. That must be, yeah, that was a found floor plan. An iron-vaulted mechanical chamber affixed with motorized panels that can reveal up to 8 different doors. There it is. That's the 8 doors, depending on the parameters at the time of creation. So we've drafted this 3 times. Now it says here in the description, the mechanarium has 1 door for each cog room in your house. So there it is. We need to draft 8 cog rooms before we draft the mechanarium. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of RNG. Oh, shit. Okay, so what rooms are cog rooms? We should probably identify that as well. Boiler room, laboratory, workshop, security, pump room, utility closet. So we need to draft. Wait, that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 6. Do I have other cog rooms? Do I not even have enough cog rooms to fulfill the criteria? Therein lies the problem. Okay, so the only way we can solve this then is if we also get Chamber of Mirrors, which allows us to draft 2nd copies of rooms we already have in our house. Wow, okay, so this requires a lot. So we're going to need to draft Chamber of Mirrors, then 7 cog rooms, and then the mechanarium. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, this is just going to be an RNG-focused run. We're going to have to wait and see if that becomes available to us. And then, of course, we're going to also have to wait and see if the drafting room becomes available to us. But you know what? We'll just start it off slow and steady, and we'll see how it goes. We'll hang out, and everything will fall into place. The cogs are beginning to turn, if you will. It'll all come together. Just gotta remain optimistic. Alright, luckily we have increased our allowance quite substantially lately. We now start with 36 coins. So that's nice. Okay, let's just start drafting. Dining room. Love the dining room. Because in the dining room we can get our enjoy a lunchbox. Over here we'll go... Do I want patio or do I want commissary? Commissary, I guess. Cogs, cogs, cogs! I'm manifesting, thank you. Everybody keep manifesting those cogs for me, will ya? In the meantime, I'm gonna grab running shoes, I'm gonna grab a sleeping mask, sledgehammer, and magnifying glass. We may as well buy out the commissary with all of our money. And then I guess we'll do quest bedroom. Commissary. Pie. Yeah, just manifest whatever you're, whatever you want the most. I guess we still haven't had the update that allows us to play this arcade game either. I feel like people have been talking about that for quite some time, and I have not seen the update, even though we've been playing this game since May, so God knows the second I stop playing Blueprints, they'll add that update, but anyway. We'll worry about that later. We'll go corridor there. Hey, Crispiest Lemon! Crispiest Lemon is now manifesting the arcade update. Just look in the mirror and say it 3 times, I'm pretty sure that's how things happen, right? Nothing scary will happen if you do that. Let's do hallway, I guess. Got a little bit of music as we're exploring today. That's fun. A lot of times it's very quiet in this game. There isn't much in the way of background music, unfortunately. Let's go library. I kind of hope the arcade game coming soon thing ends up being a long-running meme. Hey, and here we've got ourselves a treasure map. That's always nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Rank 5. First room on the west side. Keep that in mind. Here we'll go, I guess, gallery. Pick up our loot. And hey, if saying something 3 times in a mirror makes a spooky lady appear, you can always ask her for the arcade update, or cogs. Exactly, I'm sure she's just there to help. Alright, before we go through there, I'm gonna backtrack and go up through the other way. Hey Ash, greets everyone with some of Selena Gomez's Oreos and some chocolate milk. Damn, Ash, very generous this evening. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but Selena Gomez is definitely my female celebrity crush. I have loved Selena Gomez since the Wizard of Waverly Place days, so I don't know how or why she got her own Oreos, but I'm always down for Selena Gomez branded anything. Because yes, I am a simp. Let's go boudoir, I guess. If a spooky lady appears in my mirror, I'm asking her for her phone number. Tia says, honestly, same. I mean, if the spooky lady looked like Selena Gomez, I'd ask her for her phone number, too. Don't tell Alana. Oh my god, okay. We're not getting great luck. We have not gotten an option to draft a cog room. Not even an option. That's not ideal. No cogs. We haven't drafted the mail room in a while, though, so we can get a package tomorrow. That's fun. Have I already read this? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Danny Ravane was stealing the Baron's mail? Spicy. Don't think there's anything else in here right now. I think we've seen and read all this. Yeah, that's from Dad. Okay. Alright, guess the only way we can go is up through the chapel. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Okay. Luckily we've got 2 ways to go from the chapel. And yeah, if I don't get a cog room soon, we're running out of time to get started. I mean, we may get the drafting studio though, so that could work as well. Conference room, guess we'll take that. Is there anything in here for us? Nope. Oh, spoke too soon. Key card, nice. I'll take that. Might as well pray at the altar of RN Jesus while we're in the chapel. Lord Piggy is who we pray to in this chapel. Why do companies that refuse to even give me a job interview send me surveys for how their hiring process is? You should give them all 1 star. Speaking of stars, holy moly, look at all the things we got today. We got 6 gems, a key, apples are extra delicious today, rooms with 4 doors are more common today, we get +3 steps, and a pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Whew, that's a lot. Damn. Okay, we're getting a lot of locked doors, though, which isn't, like, super ideal. If anything, I would rather get, keycard locked doors, because I actually have a keycard today, which is rare. Get to eat our lunch, because we're now officially in rank 5. And then we'll go... I guess passageway. We've got a ton of gems, and that just opens up more possibilities for us. I cannot believe we have not had the option for a single cog room yet. This is crazy. All right, let's go logic puzzle. Let's work the old noodles here. What do we got? There are 2 false statements. A box with a false statement is empty, or this box is empty. Okay, this could be true, which means this is false. So a box with a false statement is not empty, and then this is false. This box is empty, so I think the gems are in blue. Oh, no, it is not. What do you guys think? Was it in white or black there? My noodle clearly needs some time to warm up. Not a great start. Aha, we got a keycard door. Luckily, I do have the keycard this time. Normally seeing a keycard door sucks, but not today. Today we like keycard doors. Okay, let's not go too far that way. Let's go this way. This is my last key. And it will lead us to... Oh, I didn't realize. I completely forgot. Last stream, we got a sanctum key, but we weren't able to actually use it, so we code-checked it. Well, let's go use this right away. I completely forgot about that. Speaking of, I'm now a fan of the 2003 Freaky Friday movie after seeing it this morning and writing the review of it with coffee at hand. We actually rewatched Freaky Friday on Sunday night. It was the first time I had seen it in over a decade, and oh my god, it was such a nostalgia trip. We talked about Freaky Friday a couple streams ago, and I was telling you guys how it was one of my all-time favorite childhood movies, and honestly, it held up. I freaking loved it, so I'm hoping to go see Freakier Friday this weekend, actually. Lemon says, if a box with a false empty is false, then that would mean no box with a false statement would be empty. Oh, I see what you mean. Meaning that there couldn't be 2 false statements because there's only 1 box with gems. I didn't think about it that way, Lemon. You're totally right. Okay, so as you can see, we have got 5 doors open, but we're now going to have 6 doors open when I use this sanctum key. Beautiful. Alright, so, of course, we're saving the puzzles inside the sanctum doors for later. I'm just trying to do it one step at a time and first just open those doors before we deal with what's inside. So, there you have it. That is now 6 out of 8 doors opened. 2 to go. We have actually solved one of the sigils in there. Because we straight up found the entire sigil. I believe it was on the front of a passport, but I've got a bad feeling that the rest of them are not going to be that easy. So again, I'm just trying to prioritize one thing at a time. We'll open the doors, then we'll work on the puzzles. Okay, so now that that's open, come back upstairs, and honestly, I think I'll go back down through the chapel. We've got a ton of steps, 69 actually, a very nice number of steps, so that's not really even an issue. We can backtrack as much as we need. The sigils strike me as a particularly tricky puzzle. Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting as well. Okay, still no cog rooms. That is crazy. Okay. Not a single one. I gotta be honest, I don't really want to spend 3 gems on Rotunda because we've got a ton of other ways to go. So I'll go drawing room instead. we're not going to be able to actually go anywhere from here, but I can get back to the gym, so... Now, up through the keycard door. Surely it's a statistical anomaly that we've seen no cogs at all so far. You'd think so. Here's our first one, utility closet. So I guess we'll take that. Here we can turn on stuff. Cog count 1. 1 down, many, many more to go, and I mean, all of this is pointless if we can't get a chamber of mirrors either, so... But again, one thing at a time. We are completely just leaving our fate up to RNGesus, and we'll see how it goes. We either need the cogs or we need the drafting room. One or the other. Okay, I don't really want any of these either. I guess we'll go pool hall. Just complain enough and the cogs start turning. Let's see if we can get a pool hall puzzle. Okay, 18. Oh, these are the squares. Okay, 1 squared plus 2 squared is 5? No? 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. Added together is 5? Or we add them together first. 1 plus 2 is 3, squared is 9? Yeah, okay. So then it's 16. Gotta remember the colors again. It's been so long since I played. I need to refresh my memory. I have it written down in my book. Hi, Gunther. Good evening. It has been a while. I was saying earlier, it's literally been an entire month since I last played Blueprint, so I'm very excited to be back tonight. I'm hoping to get the final 2 keys for the 8 Sanctum doors. That would be the ideal outcome of tonight's stream, but regardless, happy to be here hanging out with you guys, so good evening. Okay, blue is plus and yellow is minus, so it's 16 plus 14, which is 30. Lemon, thank you for the follow. 30 minus 10 is 20, minus 15 is 5. Oh god, okay. A yellow... What does yellow square mean? That I have to subtract these 3? 10 minus 3... Except, no, that can't be right, because that'll give me 0. I don't know what yellow square means. Seven. Yeah, because 10 minus 7 minus 3 is going to give me 0. Did you not make notes last time you got confused with this? Maybe I did. Or maybe I didn't. That wasn't meant as criticism, but to remind you to check notes. No, you're good, yeah. I gotta get back into the swing of things, but no, I don't think I wrote it down, unfortunately. Doesn't it have to do with pi? I fucking hope not. Or something like this last time. Was it something like square root? Oh, maybe. 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 I mean, I suppose we'll just... See, the worst part is I was just gonna say, I suppose we'll just trial and error it, but if we error, then we have to go all the way back to the beginning, which I don't love the sound of. Speaking of, I need a pen to write down any notes from tonight. Points and laughs at Tiffs for not remembering and not taking notes. There, now you have someone making fun of you. Does the yellow bullseye have meaning? It must. So the square in the bullseye normally means you're squaring the numbers and adding them together. However, in this instance, where it's yellow, yellow normally means subtraction. I mean, I feel like the theory that it's square root makes a ton of sense. So let's see, 10 plus 7 plus 3 would be 20. 20 doesn't have a square root, not an even one. Okay, I checked the wiki. Do you want the answer or do you want to figure it out yourself? I can't decide what I want. I can't decide if I want you to tell me or if I just want to risk it. Huh. Nah, screw it. You want to just tell me? Math is hard enough as it is, without, mysteries. Don't square till you're there. Fun fact, I had to actually look up the wiki for this after a certain point because I had not naturally encountered the way to learn the material yet. The symbol always means the same thing. The color determines after which process you do it. Oh. So I do the addition and then the subtraction and then I square. Interesting. Okay, so we do 10 plus 3 plus 7 is 20. Divided by 2 is 10. Minus 7 is 3. Squared is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. Jesus, that was not easy. Oh my god. That was not easy. Wow. I love how at the beginning I was actually excited to solve the pool hall puzzles. I was like, oh, the dartboard puzzles. Those are just like fun, simple math. They're no longer fun and no longer simple, to be honest. And they get worse? Oh, fantastic. We only go up from here. Good, good, good. Good to know. Okay. Well, at least, we figured that out. Nothing in here, just sunflowers. Can we get some more cog rooms? That's the real question. Aha, we got one, a boiler room. The game says welcome back. Yeah, it is really stretching my noodle after a few weeks away. Ooh, pump room. Okay, now we're getting the cog rooms. Now we're getting the cog rooms. But I guess at this point, it's not even cog rooms that we need. It's going to be chamber of mirrors, right? I did accidentally see some mechanics on the wiki that you haven't even encountered yet, and those make me a bit less excited. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Okay, we actually can't go any further. Every single door, this door, and this door are all locked, and I don't have any keys left, so... Wait, I didn't realize we were on rank 8! Oh, bless, I had room 8 key, so we are able to keep moving. And never mind, that's as far as we go. Wow, that was a tease. Honestly, I wish I didn't have the rank 8 key, because that was just... That made it hurt even more. Damn, so many locked rooms. Okay, today wasn't our day. We didn't get the drafting studio. We didn't get a chamber of mirrors and or nearly enough cogs. So that's it for day 73. That was just the warm-up though. It's okay. We'll call it a day here. we'll keep going. Hopefully RNGesus will get nicer the more days we progress through. A dartboard math calculator does exist. Well, depending on how difficult they get, we may have to look into that. We opened a sanctum door. That's always a W. Good point. Good point, yes. At one point, I just started at 20 and guessed around the circle. It was faster than doing the math. So by the sounds of it, a lot of you guys in chat have actually played Blueprints, right? How was your experience in the game? How many days did you end up playing? How many hours did you put into it, etc.? Tell me about your Blueprints experience. As you can see, this is day 74. We've got, let's see what Steam says for how many hours I've got into the game. 45 hours into the game. So we've certainly invested some significant time into it. Let's go shelter today. I never even made it to room 46. My PS Plus ran out before I could finish. Oh no! That's unfortunate, Lemon. Well, at least you can live vicariously through streamers and such and still get the experience, but hopefully you did enjoy what you played of Blueprints. Noella says you know about mine. Yes, Noella, and these are her words, not mine. Noella himboed her way through the game, and I'm always impressed the more I hear about it. I put in 56 hours, 115-ish days. I'm working on the tunnel. Okay. I'm kind of on the fence. On one hand, I'd like to play, but on the other hand, I've seen so much on stream, I doubt I'd get much more out of it. Yeah, that's fair. I think this is a game that's definitely best experienced blind. At the very least, maybe like give it a year or two so your memory fades a little bit and then give it a try. Perhaps that would be a good compromise. I think I should start over with a more linear set of thinking and understanding. I mean, sounds like it wouldn't be as fun, to be honest. Oh, I missed a package. Thank you. Right. I forgot we went to the mailroom yesterday. I didn't even think about looking for it. Thank you. Let's see. My package. Jeez Louise, I walked right past it. Packing slip from the Cinca Company. Items included in this order are 1 sleeping mask and 1 coupon book. Nice. I love free stuff. Look at all those packing peanuts. They wrapped a sleeping mask and a coupon book in packing peanuts? Seems like a waste of peanuts, but okay. I assume one of my invisible servants will clean this up, so thank you. Although they never did clean this up, which is strange. I'd like to try this, but I wouldn't suffer myself on thinking too hard with my current age. To be fair, I was never the brightest child of the bunch unless I figure out solutions. I mean, hey, I say this all the time. People's brains work differently. You may be able to figure out logic and math puzzles, but then you struggle with other aspects of the game. So it's like, just because you're smart in one thing doesn't make you smart, and just because you're not so smart in some things doesn't make you not smart. There's so many different ways to learn and so many different types of knowledge. There was more peanuts than items. I know. I know. That was an obscene amount of peanuts. You were sent packing peanuts, and as a bonus, some random items were included with your order. Damn. Still no cogs to start. Office corridor. Veranda. Greater chance finding stuff in green rooms, including that gem. I'm actually gonna go storeroom here, only because I can go up through corridor. So now might be a great time to grab extra keys, because as we know, that literally ended my last run. So let's grab those. We'll go up through here instead. But yeah, I found this game to be a ton of fun to stream. Not only is it like relaxing, you know, it's pretty chill, but also it's just been a lot of fun, like putting my head together with you guys and basically solving these puzzles as a team. This has just been a really great game to stream. I've really enjoyed it, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. I kind of want to get... No, I can't get study here, because that'll be a dead end. No, that's not true. I can still go through the kitchen, but I shouldn't pigeonhole myself. I was going to say I'd like to get study here, but now I'm looking at what we have, and yeah, I don't want to pigeonhole myself. Parlor it is. Let's try another logic puzzle. Oh, we also get a magnifying glass here. Okay. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box next to this box. The gems are in this box. Okay, well, they can't all be true. So that could be true. That could be true. Yeah, okay. They can't all be true, so... I mean, if this one is false, then that means the gems have to be in white, which I don't think is true. But then, if both of these are true... Or I guess if this one is true... then these two can be false. Yeah, okay, I think that's how it's gotta go. TS agrees. White's the only one true, gems in black. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I can only speak for myself, but I've had a great time. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. And excellent, we got the gems! Whew. Alright, we got it. Speaking of puzzles, is my memory correct that we didn't finish XYZ ABC? No, we did finish that after. Or did we? I'm trying to remember now. I thought we did. Let me check my notes. No, because that was with the books, right? And we were looking... looking for the words? Yeah, no, we haven't finished that yet. That's still TBD. Added to the never-ending list of mysteries in this game. At the end of the day, they be uncut gems. Back, I assume I didn't miss anything Grunkle related? Nope, just continuing to draft rooms. We're not getting anything that we want or need, so not helpful. Just grab extra steps, I guess. Oh, 2 keys, very nice. And the best part about drafting this room, we get to see Hamburger. Hi, buddy, I love you. What a good hamster. Ugh, Hamburger's the MVP of this game. Get on your wheel, come on. Come on, Hamburger. Come on! I'll never forget the time that I drafted this room and I stood here cooing at Hamburger, and someone stopped in chat and their very first message ever in my channel was, "That thing is disgusting." I'm pretty sure were the exact words. So Hamburger doesn't have all fans, but I'm glad to see this chat is much more Hamburger friendly. Hamtaro walked so Hamburger could run. Speaking of, look at him go! Look at him buns! I love that they took the time to fully animate a hamster. And I also love that they gave him bunk beds. So cute. Love seeing my little ham whenever I can. Okay, still absolutely no luck. In terms of cog rooms, that's for sure. And again, no luck. My dinner plan for tomorrow is hamburgers, funnily enough. I promised to make mine out of beef, though. Curious to ask, has Muffin ever seen Hamburger? I don't know if she's ever been here when we've drafted Hamburger. That's a good question, Ash. I don't know that she's ever seen him. Oh, finally, a cog room, laboratory. It's kind of irresponsible to have a pet like a hamster in a place like this, though. What if you don't draft the room he's in one day and you can't feed him? Well, I'm assuming the mystery servants are keeping all the pets alive, because we also have the kennel full of doggos, and they're always alive and well when I go in there, so... Someone is feeding the pets, thank God. Alright, let's do a little experiment while we're here in the laboratory. I guess we'll do for each bedroom you draft after your second. I kind of like this, because what do you think's in the letter? I should probably go with this, but I'm very curious about the contents of the letter. The kitchen does have a cat water bowl and food, yet I've never seen a cat in the house. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe there's even more pets. Maybe they'll add in the cat when they add in the arcade game in the next update. What's an archived floor plan? I assume it's the one from the archives, which after you draft then you can't see all the floor plans. And I don't like drafting the archives normally because I like being able to see my choices. So I'm never going to draft a hallway from another hallway. That's never going to happen. I prefer not to draft archived floor plans. So the best A option for us, I think, is each bedroom you draft after your second. Yeah, let's go letter. I'm curious to know what the letter will be. So why not? Okay. Maybe the cat's already in the game, but it's a cat and therefore unpredictable. I mean, that's a solid theory. Could be hiding, that's for sure. Thank God we got lots of keys this time. Okay, so we got one cog room. This will be another cog room, but we can't draft it because it will lead me to a dead end. So office instead. Grunkle is a cat. He's hiding in the walls. I mean, we do have a running conspiracy theory that Grunkle is alive and watching me, so... Grunkle being a cat isn't that far-fetched. The real cat was the friends we made along the way. Alright, we'll spread some gold throughout the estate. And now we'll go, I guess we'll go commissary and see what we can buy. We do have 36 coins. Hopefully there's something good. Let's see. Shovel, definitely. Key, definitely. Let's just buy everything. Salt shaker, gem. Oh, and I forgot I have the coupon book. Oh, we're having a shopping spree. Yes. Okay, beautiful. We now have 7 keys, 3 dice, 8 gems, only 1 coin, but we also have a shovel, which is lit. Might have to backtrack, pick up some of the things we missed. Speaking of the kennel, I was gonna say let's draft it here, but the pool has then the option to go left, so I think we've got to go pool. Ah, but of course, pool has a keycard door, so that ruins all of my plans. Okay, we'll go library. Oh, that's a good point, Lemon. Yes, right. The pool also adds the pump room, which is a cog room that we will need. Yes, that's a great point. I don't want any of these, so I'm going to use a dice redraw. Oh, drafting studio! This is the other room I wanted. Okay, if we can't get the cog rooms This is what I wanted. Yes, and there it is. In the drafting studio, you'll be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. And here is the room we were looking for. Clocktower. Access to Mount Holly's Clocktower has always been heavily restricted. Time is sacred, and any tampering of the estate's governing timepiece has never been risked. Okay, that's really dramatic. Its room says tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each time room you draft today. And then apparently, the most important part of Clocktower is that apparently there is a key, a sanctum key in there. So, Clocktower gets so fun, you can get so many keys some days. Excellent. I love hearing about fun. So we have 6 red letters. We found out before that we thought there were 8, but there's actually only 7. I have never found the other safe. And I just legitimately, no joke, accidentally hovered over this. It's a teeny tiny paper safe? No fucking way. The last safe has been in here all this time? And you need the magnifying glass to be able to access it. Okay, so it's, as we've learned from opening all the other safes, it's usually a date. So let's look through. Maybe January 19th? 0119? It was quite literally hiding under our noses all this time. One 901? No. I can't believe that. That's crazy. It makes me wonder what else I've missed in here. Okay, date. Does that have a date? Nope. Do those have dates? Is it always 4 digits? It has been so far, so I can't imagine this one would buck the trend. It's got to be something to do with this. November 7th, maybe? 1107? Or 711? No. Does it have something to do with the apples? 3, 4, 5, 2? Nope. 4. No, that's 4 apples. 3, 4, 4, 2? Nope. Do you remember what the missing letter clues were from the paintings? I have it written down here somewhere. Oh, small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes? Small gates. Do I have to count the number of dates? Gates, sorry, there's 3 like of one type of gate, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the other type of gate. 3, 5? Oh, 305? 0503? Is it like... We also had the number. Do you remember before we had a picture and there was a date carved into a tree? That was 11/28. Hi, DNA. How are things in Newfoundland this evening? No. On fire? Yeah, it seems like most of Canada is on fire right now. I was actually reading an article the other day that said this summer has been the second worst wildfire season on record in Canada, and summer's not even over yet. So it's bad, man. It's awful. This might just be our new reality that we live in, that just every summer the entire country catches on fire. It's absolutely terrible. I looked it up. Can I give you a hint? Yeah, maybe a little hint would be helpful. Oh no, hope y'all are okay. Yeah, where I am, I'm actually very, very lucky. So I moved to Calgary 4 years ago. Yes. So the first 3 summers I lived in Calgary, every single summer we at least had a few weeks that were just terribly smoky. And this summer, just for whatever way the winds have been or whatever, we have had like no wildfire smoke. It's almost unbelievable. When you look at the map of wildfires, there's wildfires to our east, there's wildfires to our west, and there's wildfires to our north. But somehow we have not had any wildfires in my area this year. So we have been extremely fortunate. As I mentioned, of course, summer is not over yet, so I'm sure there's still time. But we have actually been very fortunate in my area this summer. The rest of the country, not so much. It feels like pretty much everywhere except where I am is on fire right now. So I'm obviously feeling very fortunate, but at the same time, I feel obviously horrible for the rest of my my neighbors and my countrymen. So, and I'm sure next summer it'll be just smoky again. So trying to enjoy it. And yes, fingers crossed things stay that way for me this summer. But yeah, it's so terrible. There are 2 fully separate factors that determine the month and date of the code. Okay. Okay. It's definitely the worst for Newfoundland. We've had over 200 wildfires so far this season. I'm getting hit with smoke here in the capital. Yeah, I know. It's been so bad in Newfoundland this year. It's been so bad in New Brunswick. It's been so bad in Saskatchewan. Vancouver Island is on fire right now. It's just terrible. Okay, so maybe if it's the gates and then the apples? Yeah, so the puzzle that we got from the message rather that we got from all of the paintings was this. It says, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. If we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. So it's definitely the number of gates, I guess, which is 5. I'm assuming the round ones are the small ones. And then maybe the apples has something to do with the other. Do I just have to count the apples total? 1, or maybe just the apples on the trees? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So maybe 0528 or vice versa. Or maybe it's all of the gates, not just the round ones. Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0828. No. Total number of apples: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. No, I don't think so. So that's going to be over 31, which wouldn't be a date. Unless we're like adding the apples on the trees. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 2 is 13. No, that's the same as just counting them. Sorry. There's no difference between adding them and just counting them. Number of trees? 0508? That's my birthday. Nope. Literally all it says... Did I try little gates and big gates yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3? 0305? Damn. Yeah, because all that says is if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Anybody else have any other thoughts? That really makes it sound like 05 is part of the solution. Yeah. No clue what the other half is. Back from ads, do you want more hints? Yeah, I mean, if there's a way to make it subtle, I mean, sometimes there is no way, but like, I really don't know. This reminds me of the other safe that we had to open in the drawing room. So sometimes I talk about this a lot. I feel like it goes one of two ways when I ask for hints from a puzzle. It'll just click everything together for me and I'll go, oh yeah, of course. Or I'll just be like, that's dumb and I never could have figured that out on my own. I'm glad I asked for a hint. And I remember the one in the drawing room was similar. There was a bunch of people and we ultimately had to like count the ones with small steps and like long steps. And anyway, it was one of those ones where I ultimately needed a hint, got the hint and was like, yeah, that was dumb. I'm glad I got the hint. So I'm hoping it'll be the same thing in this one, that I'll be happy I got the hint. There are 2 sets of 2 numbers. Everything you need is on this calendar. So it's got to be like the apples. A date is a month and a day. The gates are half of that concept. You're missing the other half. Bronny says, I googled this one and you'll kick yourself. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what I was trying to do, because like I had 05 from the small gates. Unless it's just November? Maybe it's just November 5th, 0511? Or 1105? No. I mean, it also says day 1 on the 7th? 0507 or 0517? Clue said 8 dates. Maybe it's 8 days on from day 1? Sure. Sounds stupid enough to work. Hey, Rory!
79 months. I like it here.
79? Oh my gosh, Rory, thank you so much for the resub, my friend. You know I appreciate that very much. Enjoy your ad-free viewing, your sub badge, your emotes, and most importantly, hi, it is so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I feel like it's been a minute since we last chatted, so everybody go check out my friend Rory. He hasn't streamed in a minute, but when he does stream, he is absolutely fantastic. You can see he was last streaming Baldur's Gate 3. 79 whole years. I know. Welcome, Rory. We're trying to figure out a puzzle here. From this calendar, we're trying to get a date. The only clue we have is to count the number of small gates, which we have is 5, but we're clearly missing something else here. The clue said 8 dates. Maybe it's 8 days on from day 1. Sounds stupid enough to work. Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15. 05, 15? 1505? Nope. Did you count the gates? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless we're counting these 3 as well, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unless it's 8. Maybe we're supposed to count all of them and then it's November 8th? Oh, there it is. There it is. It was the number of gates plus November. Interesting. All right, this is the final red letter. So this is kind of exciting, actually. You know what I want to do now? I would love to read all the letters in order. This one is from my mom. All right. It's dated November 8th. Uncle, in a few hours we are departing. As planned, we will be taking the old mountainway tunnels to the north. We'll go as far as we can by trolley until the rails give out. Then we'll proceed on foot until we reach the southern border. I've never been as excited, nervous, and heartbroken. I may never know if I've made the right decisions, but I've made the ones I felt my father might have nodded in approval at. I'm leaving a message for Simon here in the safe house, this unhallowed cavern that we have called home for the last year. If something should happen to me, please guide him to this place. Try to show him what these lost days were all for. Explain to him, if you can, the intersection between foolishness and doctrine, the thin wire we stood upon above the world, holding hands and throwing stones. In those days, we were guilty of everything. As always, Mary. Game complete, GG, final letter. So unfortunately we can't reread. I wish I could just click on these red letter icons right here and be able to read the previous letters. I guess we'd need to physically go see them. That seems like a lot of work. So I'm just gonna look up the red letters online because I would really like to read them in order. So bear with me here. Let's just have a little bit of story time. I would like to read the red letters in order. So the first one is the one that we found in the underground. Can I not read what it says? It tells me where to find it. I want to read them, though. Red letters, contents. There it is. Okay. So the first one was on my birthday, actually, May 8th. It's written to Uncle. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Laud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918, the former having died last month, at the advanced old age of 89. May he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little about my father. He lived his life towering above us, in solemn silence like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to not be nearly as discreet and considerate with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now me, I'm not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude, yet I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels the urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await a response from your lordship, Mr. Worth Laud. So the first letter was literally blackmail. We've obviously been down underneath the manor at this point. There was a mining crew here in the early 1900s. We found letters from them. They excavated some very interesting stuff, and that's the blackmail that was sent to Grunkle. Sleep in soot and ash was a harsh dig. Yeah, seriously. Okay, so that was letter number 1. Letter number 2 is dated December 8th. M, who I assume is Mary, my mom. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or 2. It's all lining up and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I've just learned that several members of the museum's guard are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run, assuming the red print we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of the White Sands, Caleb. So that is discussing their heist when they stole the crown. It appears Grunkle was in on it and allowed Caleb and my mom and a couple of other people to practice here before they did the heist. Blackmail, but that letter is red. Did we already figure out everything there is to figure out about the underground? Probably not. I would never say we figured out everything there is to figure out about anything in this game, so. Okay, red letter number 3. Oh, that's the one that we couldn't find. Red letter 3 is the one and only red letter whose location remains a mystery. As told in Elzara's forecastings, this letter cannot be found by the player. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Because there are 8 letters, but we can only find 3. And it makes me wonder, are they going to add the 3rd one when they add the arcade update? Who knows? But okay, so we do not know what is in red letter 3. Red letter 4, however, is dated, it's not dated. It is written by someone named Daniel. Herbert. Oh, Daniel's my dad, right? This is the one that, yes. Daniel Jones is my dad. This is the one he wrote to Uncle. I remember this one. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Signed, Daniel. Spicy, spicy. Okay. So obviously, Mary told her husband Daniel what she was going to do when she left. He knows what happened to her, and he's pissed at Uncle for not really doing much after she disappeared. Danny boy has an axe to grind. Okay, next up is Red Letter 5. This one is written by my mom, actually. Dated November 8th. This is the one that we just read here. I'll read it, just keep everything in order, but this is the one we just got. Uncle, in a few hours we are departing. As planned, we'll be taking the old Mountain Way tunnels to the north. We'll go as far as we can by trolley until the rails give out, then we'll proceed on foot until we reach the southern border. I've never been as excited, nervous, and heartbroken. I may never know if I've made the right decisions, but I made the ones I felt my father might have nodded in approval at. So clearly these aren't in chronological order either, even though they're numbered. I'm leaving a message for Simon here in the safe house, this unhallowed cavern that we've called home for the last year. If something should happen to me, please guide him to this place. Try to show him what these lost days were all for. Explain to him, if you can, the intersection between foolishness and doctrine. The thin wire we stood upon above the world, holding hands and throwing stones. Okay, Red Letter number 6, dated April 15th. This one's from Grunkle to Mom. Dearest Mary, I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel, the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout all this, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize that fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the iniquity of their parents. I, of course, write you all this in the hope that I can set your mind at peace when imagining the worst-case scenarios, not because I think such an outcome is likely. No, Mary, I have a few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. Okay, so that's interesting. So after they stole the crown, they came back here and hid in the safe house for an entire year, which is crazy. And then after that, their plan was to flee the country for 2 years and then come back. The issue is, of course, she never did come back. Keep reading the letter. As for me and you, I've already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was likely our last. I'm too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I'm too attached to the home our family has built up, room by room. Yes, I have a strong premonition I will be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself would never accept. It's been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during your school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride I feel now to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Farewell, my marigold. We may yet meet again. Your Uncle Herbert. Interesting, interesting.
Cool air.
Thank you.
Happens to be the exact same time the air fryer is beeping.
Now you're just swinging in time. Hi, Miss Muffin. Are you here to decode the secrets of Blue Prince's red letters? Okay. Red letter number 7 does not have a date and is written by someone named Courtney. I don't know if we know a Courtney. Dear Uncle. Oh, okay. It's another niece of Grunkle, I guess. The disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father. Hi, honey. I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I've harbored for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I've never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 6 years ago. The circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I'm aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though. I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were, in fact, responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she's still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open, in that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Signed, Courtney. Okay, interesting. So yeah, that just basically confirms everything. All the puzzle pieces are slotting really nicely into place now as to what happened to Mom. I guess the real question is, though, the question we don't have an answer to is why Mom never came back. It seems clear that the plan was just for her to disappear for a few years, lay low until, the fuzz lost her trail and then come back. But she never came back, and that's the one question we don't have an answer to. What of my crown, Mother? What of my rubies? Muffin probably gives Muffin all the head pats. She wants all the head pats right now. She is so sooky. Everyone says hi to you, Muffin. Yeah. Maybe there's a Mom Skelly in the house somewhere. Oh, dark. My teacher will not stop yapping. I want to go home so bad and watch Blueprints. I'm so tired of class. Oh, Mix. Hopefully it doesn't last much longer. Ash wants a detailed Muffin sighting. Come here. Come here. Turn around. Let's go big screen. Oh, she hopped down. Rude. There's the girl. Hi, everybody. It's me, Muffin. I hate being picked up. But I'm doing it because Ash redeemed a Muffin sighting. Don't be so cute if you don't want to be picked up and shown off on the internet. Hi, Tiff. Thank you for the Muffin content. I do not approve of this, Mother. Unhand me at once, but now keep petting me. Don't pick me up, but do continue to pet me. Not you victim blaming Muffin. Am I gaslighting you? Yeah. Okay, one more letter. Red letter number 8. Dated March 3rd. Dear Mr. Sinclair, thank you for promptly answering all our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. Oh, right, this is another blackmail letter. And while I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. So someone stole all the red letters and then blackmailed them back. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope... Hey, Idaho!
Toilet paper is just butt napkins. Napkins for the butt.
Wow, us reading a blackmail letter, getting really into it. Idaho. Toilet paper is just butt napkins. Napkins for the butt. That's better wisdom than I could ever share, and certainly more interesting than anything we're going to read in these red letters. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Idaho. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Blueprints. We just got 7 out of 8 red letters. And we're now trying to read them and put together some puzzle pieces as to what happened. Thank you for the hydration, Bronny. Are we absolutely sure we can trust the fact that the third letter is truly lost? The clue earlier talked about 8 safes. Maybe there actually are 8. When I was on the page for the third letter, it said it's not in the game. So apparently that is in fact the case. There are actually 8, but the last hasn't been coded into the game. It sounds to me like we're going to get some Blueprints DLC, because it's my understanding that not everything is like wrapped up, even if you do all the puzzles. There are still unanswered questions, and then we're missing a letter and like some other stuff. So to me, there must be some DLC coming, or an update or something. Okay, let's keep reading this letter. First, let's put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we're not making more demands, and no, we don't have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we've already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of those points, and hopefully will place our schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to. And you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever anonymous. X. Interesting. Interesting. You think the third letter's in the arcade game? So there you have it. Those are the 8 red letters. Well, the 7 red letters, and they really do paint a picture of what's been happening. The whole blackmail part is interesting, but yeah, there you have it. So we officially now have all the red letters, which is awesome because that was on my to-do list. And most importantly, we did just pick up the floor plan for the Clocktower. So starting tomorrow, we can start drafting that. And inside there, we should find some clues or some puzzle, presumably a puzzle, that we'll need to solve to find another sanctum key. For now, though, we may as well continue with our cog drafting. Let's see how this goes. Grunkle is in the arcade game, writing the third letter and guarding the cat. I like that. I like that very much. Okay, I don't like any of these. I'm gonna redraw. And we'll go dark room. Because I want to open up as many options as we can. And I forgot that the dark room's not actually dark because we had already drafted the Did we not draft the utility room to turn on the light? Well, then I'm very surprised that the breaker didn't trip. Anyway, not gonna question it. Oh, it's because I have shelter! Right! Thank you, Gunther. I was very confused for a second. That's why I have shelter, so we're protected from the effects of the Red Room. Ah, yes, I see it down there in the bottom right corner. It says sheltered. Okay. Ooh, trophy room. Trophy room just gives us +8 gems now because we axed its cost. Now, how many cog rooms do we have? 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 3. For some reason, I thought we had more than that. But okay, only 3. Still need the mirror room, and obviously then we still need the mechanarium, so RNG is very much still in play, but for now we're still moving. We're not dead yet. We'll keep it going. Foil hat engaged. Thanks for the clip, Brody. I almost never do shelter because my body refuses to let me draft red rooms anyways. Yeah, I always avoid them if I can, and that's why I was so surprised when I walked in, because I forgot I had even taken shelter. Oh my god, you sung the notes, ba 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 ba, perfectly in tune with the Halo theme, and I somehow convinced myself you'd continue. I would if I knew the Halo theme. Now Archives isn't so bad. Yeah, well, I completely forgot, again, about the effects of Shelter. So if I had remembered that, then maybe I would have made a different decision back in the science lab, to be honest with you. But I completely forgot. Ooh, spent 1 key to get 3 keys. That was good. Okay, the more options we have, the more potential for cog rooms. I guess we can go armory. I don't have enough money to buy anything right now, but if we get money, we can come back and spend it. Aha! There's a cog room. Utility closet. This is what I thought we had previously. Who is sending me work emails at 7:42 p.m.? Ew. Turning off the volume of my work phone, because that was very triggering to hear that noise. The sound of Microsoft Office? Getting an email? No thanks. Better question, why did you look at it? Because I had to turn off the volume. I could not allow it to continue. Okay, we'll go chapel. I'm running out of space here. I don't think we're probably gonna do it today, but we won't give up. Yeeted into the wall. Ew, out of work emails. I know, right? Gross. Oh, here's another cog. Security. Read it and then build them for an hour of lawyerness. Because God knows, 5 minutes outside of work is worth 1 hour of work time. It is not an even split. Okay, we still got 23 coins and 2 trunks laying around. But again, that doesn't really help me if I run out of room to draft cog rooms. Here... we'll go observatory and then see what we get in the final one. Five gems. Apples are extra delicious today. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. And +3 steps. All good stuff. Locked. Oh, I'm out of keys. God damn it. Okay, well, we can't go that way. We can go south through the foundation. which is locked. Special flowers in the green room. That sounds like a drug deal. Okay, I was really hoping we'd dig up a coin there, but alas. Alright, we still got a couple of ways we can go. We're not completely blocked yet. Go back up, and then we can go through the boiler room. Or we can't go through the boiler room. Okay, well, even if we are stuck, this was by no means a failed run. We got the clock tower, which was literally like one of 2 objectives I had today. And then we also got the 7th and final red letter, so that's exciting as well. Oh, that'll spread keys to the conference room. You're right, Gunther. I won't even have to go hunting for them. Yes. It ultimately might not be worth it because I'm not sure that I even have enough space to draft everything that I need to draft, but we like it. Did get a bunch of keys in here as well. Why would one ever draft the furnace? I have no idea. Speaking of, can I make this as rare as possible? I already have. Okay. Chamber of Mirrors. Ooh, we need that for this plan of ours. To get all the cog rooms, we need the Chamber of Mirrors. So this is actually great. We can make this commonplace, so it should come up fairly often. That's actually super, super helpful. Okay, great. So we're set up real good for our next run now to get Chamber of Mirrors. And then draft a bunch of cog rooms. Speaking of cog rooms, here's another one here, Workshop. So we get a compass. There's only one more spot we can go, which is through Observatory, so we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've only got 5 cogs. So even if we were to draw the mechanarium there, we won't be able to get the key, so. That's fine. While we're here, though, we can see if we can mix and match some of these. We can combine broken lever with shovel plus battery pack. Gives you a jackhammer. It's the first time we've made that. More effective than the shovel at excavation. It digs deeper and finds better items. Okay. Then we can also make... maybe nothing? Oh, no. Magnifying glass plus metal detector, right, makes burning glass. And then we can make... that's it, I think. Okay, so we made 2 things. That's cool. Again, not super helpful at this point in the run, because we're basically done. Oh, never mind. It's not what I thought it was. I got excited at the word hammer. Oh, is there like another hammer type item? Alright, I think we're done for today then. Let's call it a day, because tomorrow we're going to be able to draft the clock tower as well. We now have the Chamber of Mirrors as a commonplace rarity room, which should allow us to get it and be able to get the amount of cog rooms much easier. You can grab the keys from the conference room? I mean, I can, but I just feel like it's not even really worth it, I guess. There's nothing... I guess I could go get the keys and then come open all these lockers. But, like, it doesn't really matter if I get resources right now, because I think we're just... at the end. There's nothing really else for us to do. Yeah, the only way we could go through was up through the observatory, but... like I said, even if the mechanarium does draft there, we don't have enough cogs anyway, so... Oh, although... if we're able to draft another bedroom, then we could run our experiment for each bedroom. You draft after your second. A letter will be delivered to the mailroom. We could at least try to get that, I guess. Might be worth it to try and draft the mech room as a dead end. I mean, to be fair, I've like barely ever drafted the mechanarium, so I suppose even if it is an option, we can draft it just to kind of get a better feel for what we're trying to get. But yeah, we'll go get our keys in the conference room. There they are, all laid out, right next to the pens. Okay, let's go see what we get for our final draft. We get nothing that I want. Yay! Okay, I guess I'll go treasure trove, because that adds 5 to any future treasure trove drafts. At least now we get the satisfaction of putting all this money in my pocket. Okay. Seeing as we have 6 keys, we may as well go open... yeah, buff up the treasure trove. May as well go open some doors in the locker room. To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know that I've ever opened, like, many lockers in there. Normally, I hold on to my keys because quite often they are the reason that our run ends, is because I come across a locked door. But seeing as we have 6 keys to spare, who knows? Maybe there's something hiding in the locker room that we've never been able to access before, so. There's a door south from the foundation that you can open. Oh, right! We couldn't get through that before because it was locked. But I can do that now, right. Well, let's do that as well. We've got a ton of steps, so that's not an issue. For some reason I thought the foundation door was blocked off, but no, good eye. Dun, 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 dun. We get nothing good. Guess we'll go see the puppies. Hi, buddy. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, nowhere for me to dig in the kennel today? That's rude. Oh, would the aquarium have counted as a bedroom? Ah, I was so excited about doggies, I didn't even consider. Oh, well. Okay, let's go open some lockers in the locker room. Shoes. Money. Ooh, there is something. What? The rumored room 46. Where is room 46? Connection theorized possible locations. North of the antechamber, below the foundation. Full house of 45 rooms plus bank room. Secret door in tomb doesn't exist. Red herring leaning towards this. Grotto! And then a picture of a red herring. Yeah, no. No, nothing there for us. I mean, we know room 46 is north of the antechamber. Okay. Well, that's fine. We hadn't seen that before, so still cool to see something new. Nothing. There should be a room that gives you something the next day if you actually use all your steps. One of the rooms I've drafted? I don't see anything. I love how Grunkle makes a huge deal out of room 46, like it's the end of the rooms. Meanwhile, there's like 115 total different rooms. Yeah, honestly, room 46 was a red herring, because I was like, oh yeah, when we get to room 46, the game will be over. And it's like, lol, no, not even close. Oh, I think Lemon is suggesting that a room like that should be in the game, not that there is one. Oh, I misunderstood your comment, Lemon. Yes, that would be nice if you actually used up all your steps, if you'd get something. Okay, I think that's everything for us today, so let's call it a day, and tomorrow should hopefully be a good one. Hopefully we'll get the opportunity to draft the Clocktower, and maybe get all those cog rooms as well. We filled in every possible room except for the bottom right corner on that one. So 44 total rooms out of 45 potential options. Day 75. I feel like 75 is a nice number. I like 75. 3/4 of the way to 100. That's a good day. Okay, let's see what we get outside today to start. Let's do Shrine. Why not? See if we can get a blessing. A blessing of cogs, perhaps? Oh, I don't have any money. Hang on. I forgot, I didn't grab my allowance yet. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Shrine Man. I'll be right back with all of the loonies. Gotta remember to grab my allowance first before I go back out. He's too stoned to move. That was a very delayed but good job. At some point, I don't remember when I stopped going outside unless I needed a specific thing from that room. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see if we can get a blessing of the cogs. How many should we give? Let's give like 10. You've received the Blessing of the General. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. Meh. That kind of sucks, actually. Should have just gave him all of my coins. I don't know if I have ever gone all in. Maybe we should do that next time. That was a pretty shitty blessing, honestly. Like, it's so niche and requires me to draft so many red rooms. It's like, it's not happening. So, disappointed with what my 10 coins got me today, that's for sure. Make a note, 10 coins suck for a blessing. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. If it is tied to the number of coins I give, I don't ever want to give 10 ever again. Oh yeah, the last note I made actually was 7 gold was the blessing of the chef. 10 gold was, what was it called? Blessing of the General. So it is tied to the number of coins that you donate. Blessing of the Chef was good. Blessing of the General is not. And since it's from a shrine, then you can't even get shelter, so it's even worse. That's true. No protecting myself from the effects of the Red Room. We'll go keys, I guess, because it does seem like keys are our stumbling block on a lot of runs. I'm not going to spend my key on that just yet. We'll see if we can find a sledgehammer or something. I think I'll go armory, because I do have money. So let's see what's for sale. We've got Morningstar, can knock the locks off chests and trunks. So that would be good. We've got the axe. You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost from one room, which is frickin' epic, but we don't have enough coins for it. And then we've got Night Shield. Once per day while drafting, you can equip Night Shield to ignore the negative effect of any one red room. So I think I'll pick up the shield and the Morningstar for right now, and then if we do get more money, I'll come back and buy the axe. But at least for right now, I can smash this open. Ooh, dice. We like dice. 2 ivory dice. And 4 coins. Okay, from here we'll go hallway. I love dice. Me too. Dice always come in handy. I think dice is like one of the best items in the game. Ah, security. Our first cog room of the day. We can also decrease any security doors. Keycard doors, I should say. Cog count 1. 1 down, bunch more to go. Den. We'll go to the bedroom here in the corner, just to make sure our steps are bolstered. Oh, didn't notice this chest over here. Smash that lock off and grab all of the monies. Monies, monies, monies! Okay, from here, we will go... I guess we'll go chapel, and then the Night Shield will protect me. The Night Shield did not protect me. I still lost a coin, so what's that about? Why didn't this activate? Oh, I need to equip it when drafting the room. Oh, I see. I misunderstood. Okay. Well, whatever. It's only 1 coin. It was in the corner of the draft screen. Gotcha. I just thought it automatically activated when I walked in, but that was a false assumption. Okay, from here we'll go spare green room. Honestly, using up its singular charge to save you 1 coin probably would have been a waste anyway. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If anything, it was good that I didn't use it there. Guess here we'll go parlor, flex our noodles. The words "another box" are on another box. The truth is on another box. Okay, all the boxes say another box, so this is true. The truth is on another box. I mean, that's also true. The gems are in another box, so this has to be false. This is true, because they all say those words. So then this one has to be true, which means this one has to be false. So I think they're in blue. Yeah! Blue gems in a blue box. I love it! Alrighty, let's keep moving. Next up, we have got bedroom. I will draft that. and step into it to grab my steps, but I'm actually then going to backtrack and we'll go up through one of the other ways before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Okay, next up we've got Perfect Chamber of Mirrors. So now we're able to... I guess I shouldn't have used that so early, though. Oh, I didn't think about it. I saw Chamber of Mirrors and immediately was like, draft that. But I guess now the only cog room I can draft again is security? Or does it just double it whether it's already drafted or not? Maybe that's what it means. On first reading, I took it to mean all the rooms I've currently drafted I can draft again, but maybe it's just all rooms can now be drafted twice. I guess we'll find out. Chamber of Secrets, watch out for the basilisk! I mean, it won't matter unless I can actually draft cog rooms, so... You've never figured that out either? Well, like I said, guess we'll find out together. Okay, I definitely want a shovel. Yeah, so we'll grab the magnifying glass, and then we'll grab 4 gems. No money left, but a lot of good purchases. Have you ever pushed all the buttons in there? No, I have not in the Chamber of Mirrors, so... That's, yet another thing I need to do. We'll go Nook, so we can get keys. Bloop, bloop. And then we'll go... I need cogs, come on! Cogs, cogs, cogs! All I'm getting is bedrooms! Rah! Come on. Where the heck are the cogs? This is ridiculous. Okay. Well, at least I got to eat my lunchbox. We'll do another logic puzzle. This box and the white box are both false. Well, okay. A true box contains the gems. You will open this box and find it empty. So... This one's kind of a paradox, because if this is true, then it's false? You know what I mean? If this statement is true, then it's false? Hey, Meerkat, hope you're enjoying your evening. A true box contains the gems. Yeah, paradox boxes are weird. I think it means either the black or the white box has to be false. Because the statement has to be false. I mean, if that's true, and then that's false, then this... Black is a paradox. Blue is false in that you will not open it. So gems in white? This one's really hard. Yeah, I really don't like these types of boxes because I get confused. Like, I guess this can't be true. Because then it contradicts itself. So this has to be false. Which means this is true. And yeah, this is only true if I act upon it. So I think this is false. I think they're in white. Now, I know that was TS's conclusion as well. Blue can be true with white, and black is the false box. Yeah. Well, yeah. And if that's the case, then they'd be in white. Okay, I think white. Yes! Whew! That was a tricky one. Alright. We got our gems, and let's get me out of here. Now, we can redraw floor plans in here. So let's just see if we can get a cog room. Aha! Yes, we did! It's a laboratory. However, unfortunately, that will be a dead end for us, but we can go up through bedrooms, so that's okay. Okay, another cog room down. No sign of the clock tower yet. Let's see what we can do in here. Ooh! Immediately, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Or should we add a small chest to the entrance hall? No, allowance is a permanent upgrade, and we love permanent upgrades. Immediately, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. You know, it's only 1 gold, but... hey, 1 gold is 1 gold. Alright, that's a successful experiment for us, and now we'll go down and up through the other bedroom. Thanks, Lemon. Thank you for the follow. It was good to meet you this evening. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed your time here, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Okay, to get to the bedroom, I gotta go all the way around the other way. Through the chapel. Luckily, I have no coins to give. Incremental improvements, we love that. Yeah, exactly. That was my thought. Okay, we made it. Other bedroom. And the door is locked. Here we'll go spare green room. And then I also see this sitting right here. Sleeping mask. Give us some extra steps. Okay, passageway would be fantastic here. Really open things up for us. Let's go this way first. And from here, we'll go... honestly, now's a good time to grab some more keys, because we're getting a little bit low. God knows the higher we get up in ranks, the more locked doors we're going to find, so let's grab those now. Here, hey, cog room, boiler room, beautiful. Alright, fantastic. That's what, number 3? 1, 2, 3, yep. Did I buy the shovel in this run? Yes, sometimes the runs blend together. I'm like, did I have the shovel here? Yes, we did. So let's do some digging. We get an unremarkable rock. We get a rather dirty coin. Over here, go den. Might have to start using the dice soon if we don't get cogs, because we're running out of time. Aquarium. Almost missed this. Not that we really need it, but... no cog rooms anywhere. Getting a lot of buffering on the stream? What the heck, Twitch? Stop making my viewers buffer. God damn it, we're not getting any cog rooms. Okay, I'm gonna use a dice here. And we still get no cog rooms. Fantastic. Great. So we used a dice and still didn't get what we wanted. Honestly, screw it. Let's just use another dice. Well, at least we get the passageway, which is better. No clock tower, no cog rooms. And now I'm out of dice. Well, at least now I'm rich, so that's good. Browser restart seemed to help the buffering. Okay, good. Hey, Beast, happy early birthday. Wow, we got 48 coins. So sick. Oh, that's a good point. That's enough money to buy the axe. That's a good point. I unfortunately am not flush with steps in this run like I feel like I normally am. So hopefully we'll have enough to get back there. Hey, Clocktower! There it is! Okay, we're not gonna do the cog puzzle today, but we will do Clocktower. So, this is the first time we've ever drafted this room. So first of all, I obviously want to check it out. This is really cool. And then second of all, we'll have to figure out what the puzzle is. Damn, that is a big clock thing. Whoa, okay. Wow, we really are up in the clock tower. Look, that is so cool. The clock tower that you can see outside. Aha, and then what do we have here? We've got a antique silver stopwatch. For the next 1 minute, you will not lose steps when entering rooms, keys when opening doors, or gems when drafting special rooms. Damn! Okay, unfortunately the clock has started right now, though. And I'm not done here. Now look at that. That's another piece of one of the sigils. Let's take a picture. Yeah, I was thinking about running, but like, I would have to run really far to get up through boiler room, so I'm just gonna not use that for right now. I want to focus on Clocktower. Southward, I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward, I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth, and then it has one of those symbols. So maybe this is a hint for one of the sigil puzzles down below. Southward I see a swan, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. Okay. Oh, and you're right. That's a deliberate misspelling. Forth. Okay. Better to just accept the stopwatch is not useful today. Yeah, I think you're correct. It's kind of a troll being all the way at the very top of the clock tower. Well, that's the thing too, is I'd have to run all the way down the stairs, right? Now... the sound of the gears is kind of soothing. Was a rook, yeah. 2 paintings. Now, it does tell time up here. And I noticed down here there is a certain time. Oh god, I'm so bad at telling time on an analog clock. That is what, 7 o'clock? I guess unless I'm looking this way. And then it's like 2:30? It's hard when I don't know which way is 12, because like this could be 3:50, or this could be, yeah, like 8. Or this could be, yeah, no, I guess if I'm looking at it from coming in the door, it's 2:30. Kids these days, they don't have clocks in Canada. Oh, but that's true though. It would make sense for it to be 8, seeing as 8 pops up everywhere. What time is it now? Oh no, I'm backwards. It is... Oh, it's past 8. It's way past 8. Oh no, wait! But this clock's different. This clock... Huh. The day starts at 8 or 9 a.m. Must be PM now, I guess? Oh, this one matches the floor. Yeah, you're right, because we're looking at it backwards, but if we were looking at it from front on, that says 2:30. Or 1:30. 1:30. I gotta work on my analog clock reading. I sound like a zoomer right now. But yes, that's the same as down here, right? Tiff kept saying 2:30 and my old ass was getting frustrated. Well, it was hard down there to give myself credit because there were no numbers. Up here, though, I was just bad. So maybe I have to wait for these clocks to line up with that clock? Maybe that's what we have to do. It looks like if we wait long enough, they will line up. Yeah, they keep moving, even if I'm in this screen. A Muffin break. Muffin is actually napping on her chair. Let me wheel her over. She's not looking at us. But this is her form. Do you want to turn around and say hi? You can see her ears. They're like pointed back this way. She hears me and is like, Mother, I will not adjust my sleeping position just to appease you. I am much too comfy. She's just chilling, having a good old nap. Time to break out the old Wordle. Well, I'm just wondering how long... I mean, it seems like it takes quite some time for time to pass, actually. Like, that hand is moving slow. I don't even know if that's the solution, it's just... It seems like maybe if that down there is the same as here and this one isn't moving, but these two are, and then it seems to me that perhaps that's the correct solution. We may as well just sit here and wait, I guess. Why don't we do a little Wordle? I'll keep an eye on the clock. Can you touch the broken clock? No, doesn't look like it. This table wasn't here, maybe. Simon could do a little parkour. Just mashing the mouse. Hey, Depth. Time is 8 times speed, so 1 hour is 7.5 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna be waiting here for a while if we're gonna test my theory. Because we need to wait 2 hours? So, 15 minutes? Okay. I hate to ask for a hint, but like... Maybe someone could confirm that I'm on the right track so I don't waste 15 minutes just sitting here for no reason. You're on the right track. Okay, okay, thank you. Well, we can kill 15 minutes. What do you guys want to do for 15 minutes? Do you actually want to play Wordle? Do we have any suggestions for how you guys want to pass the next 15 minutes? We could do show and tell. Then that's kind of one-sided. So I'm the only one who can show. You guys can tell. What's Time Guesser? I don't even know what Time Guesser is. 15 minutes of Muffin? I just wheel her into frame and let you guys stare at her for 15 minutes? Time Guesser. Oh, I've never even heard of this before. Sure, let's play Time Guesser. It's like GeoGuessr. Okay. "15 minutes of Muffin Cam while we all take breaks." Well, now's a great time if you do need a break to take one. I'll run ads now as well just to get them out of the way. So Time Guesser's like GeoGuessr but with historical photos where you can place and date photos. This sounds really fun. Okay, give me a second here. Time Guesser. Game settings. Should I do no time limit? Maybe to start. No, I feel like... I don't know. Do you guys want a time limit or no? Probably not. This is my first time playing. Yeah, no timer to start is probably best. Oh, apparently it has an app. Okay. Cool. Oh, take down your gun, buddy, and go home. So I have to place my pin on the map to get the location and the date? Oh, shit. Okay. Judging by their little hats... I want to say the UK. And then judging by the fact that it's black and white... I want to say it's like the 20s? Okay, you guys agree with London, but you think it's the 60s? Oh yeah, no, we are guessing. Everybody guess. I was just guessing out loud what my guess was. How do I place my pin on the map? Oh. London? 1920s photo wouldn't be that crisp, I don't think. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, let's try 1965 London. Dang! Yo! That was really close! 1968 in London. We were 3 kilometers away from the location. We got 9,527 points out of 10,000. Dang! Vietnam War protesters before a clash with police in Grosvenor Square. There we go. Alright. It's a good start. That is... Oh, you can zoom in. Okay, good. Probably the 60s again, I guess, because it does look like a crisp photo. But it's black and white. Where it is, though, I have no sweet clue. Oops. Like, my first gut feeling was Manhattan when I saw, like, there was water over here. But the more I look at it, I guess it's somewhere where an explosion happened? Oh, you do think it's New York? Okay, well, we can find New York on the map. New York! Oh, it's not Manhattan, though. You think it's 3 Mile Island? I don't know where that is. So, I might just drop my pin in Manhattan. Staten Island? Okay, let's try... I don't know. Let's try Manhattan. 1960? I don't think that's right, but... Oh, wow, I was way off. This was the bombing of Barcelona. 1938, and on the other side of the ocean. Jesus, okay. Not even close. My guess was over 6,000 kilometers away from the correct location. My score was 12 out of 10,000. Alright, next one. Oh, this is modern. Oh yeah, this is really modern. Kids are on their phones. Okay, so this is probably like... I don't know. And then what does that say? Somewhere in Europe, for sure. Oh, that's French. Paris? 2020? I don't know. You don't think this is modern? This looks super modern. I mean, it might not be Paris, but I don't really know any other places in France. I'm gonna say Paris 2015. Okay, not bad. A group of teenagers hanging out on the streets of Angers in France. It's actually 2024, last year. But we were 263 kilometers from the correct location. We did pretty good, though. 67.36 out of 10,000. This is fun. Okay, what do we have here? That is a language I am not familiar with. German? Perhaps? And then these guys look like the Beatles, so probably the 60s. Germany in the 1960s? Oh, you think it's Hungarian? Your guess is better than mine. I wouldn't know. But you also think it's the 60s. You think it's 68 in Budapest? Seems like a decent guess. Where's Hungary? Hungary, there it is. Budapest. Let's go 1965, right in the middle, if we don't know exactly what 60s it is. Budapest. Dang! Okay, we were literally like on the location. We were 2 kilometers from the correct location. We were unfortunately 11 years off. It was 2 Canadian clowns, interesting, performing at a pedestrian crossing in Budapest, Hungary. So cool. I got us 6947 points out of 10,000. That was fun. Okay, in-game we're inching closer and closer to 130, but we've definitely got enough time for another round. What do we have here? They look... The buildings in the back are giving Russia? Got a big ass cannon back there, god damn. I'm gonna say Russia 1975. People think early 70s Moscow? Okay. That's Nixon? Oh, I don't know anything about presidents. Where is Moscow? There it is. Alright. I have no idea where in Moscow, obviously, so I'm just gonna... Maybe we'll just go 1970 right in the middle of Moscow. Hey! Wow, that was pretty good! 1972, and we were only 415 meters from the correct location. President Richard Nixon and diplomat Henry Kissinger taking a stroll on the grounds of the Kremlin. There you have it. Wow, that got us pretty close to a perfect score. 9792 out of 10,000. This is fun. Great suggestion, guys. I never even heard of this before. You're guessing the location and the time, which is neat. All right, well, that was a lot of fun, but it is almost 1:30 in game, and I would like to be present and accounted for when and if something happens. So let's get back to blueprints here. I feel like the clock goes slower now that I'm staring at it. When I looked at it before, I was like, oh, it's gonna change any second, and now that I'm watching it, I'm like, oh no, we probably had time for another round. Oops. Oh well. Better early than late, right? And the question is, do I want to be up here? Do I want to be down there? The wretched pot syndrome, seriously. I don't know. I mean, I can see pretty easily if anything happens down there or if anything happens up here. Okay. I'd assume you want to be within view of the clock. This clock? Yeah, probably. Okay, it's almost time. Do we have any clue what we're doing at that time? No, I'm hoping, I don't know, everything's gonna glow blue and a magical key is gonna fall down from the ceiling. Ready for blast off. Yeah, this is gonna turn into a ship. Okay, it's 1:30. Nothing lit up. Nothing happened on the clock. Did anything happen? Oh, wait! Oh, cutscene. Okay. 1:30. I'm ready to go to the moon. Honestly, I would not put it past Grunkle to have built the clock tower on top of a spaceship. No, a hidden door is opening. Okay, well that makes it easier for me and where I need to go. So that is indeed what we needed to do, was wait till the appointed hour here in the clock tower. Oh, and that's where that arrow was pointing. Okay, ooh, we got more secret stairs. Clock tower that doubles as a missile silo? Classic Grunkle. Oh, we're not done. We're not done. This is just the beginning. Hey, Migs!
Happy 6 months, Dino Dan.
Happy 6 months! Thank you so much for the resub, my friend. I appreciate that very much. Enjoy your ad-free viewing, your sub badge, your emotes. I hope your class went well. You're free. Well, you arrived just in time. We have found the clock tower. And now there are puzzles inside. Double extra super secret clock tower. I assume if we solve this puzzle, we will get the sanctum key that we really want. So let's take a look. Every single clock says 1:30. There's always another puzzle. Ain't that the truth? Now, we have something about the colors of notes. Red memos are lies unless written by hand, and blue memos are true. So we either want to ignore the red ones or do the opposite of what they're telling us to do. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So I guess we should actually set the clock to a time... Oh! Containing all the same numbers, I guess. Like 222, maybe? Or 333? Sure. Okay. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time, okay? 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Okay. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. Well, that's not possible if we're doing the opposite of what this says. Okay, this clock should not be set on the hour, so it should be set on the hour. So I guess this one should be 7. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. What the fuck? Okay, it's not necessarily opposite, no. It's just not true. That's a good point. It's not necessarily opposite. I was operating under the assumption that it was sort of like the logic game puzzles, but I guess that's not actually established. All we know is that they're not true. I mean, this one has to be opposite, because it's either on the hour or not on the hour. But this one doesn't have to be opposite. Good night, Piero. Okay. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Tiff, I gotta lay down, so I'm gonna be abrasive for a second about gameplay. I need you to lock in and not leave this room until you solve this shit, or else you'll learn a tough lesson like I did. Oh, I'd have to redo the time and stuff? Okay. Oh, this one is handwritten, so this one is true. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. Oh. Okay. Okay. This is a lot. Okay. So each of these clocks need to be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. So this clock is not going to have all different numbers. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. This clock should be set on the hour. So this one has got to be 7 o'clock. I think this one is locked in. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. So that's important to keep in mind. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. And then the clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clocks. And 5 of them need to be set to a time ending on the hour. None of them can have 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we need to start 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's helpful. So this one has to start with a 5. This one has to start with a 6. That one. No, wait, but we already said that one was 7. No, but they don't have to be... They don't have to each be an hour. This one could be 5:01, that one could be 5:02. Yeah, okay. So that one's 7, that's actually helpful. Yeah, okay. So this one starts with a 5, but we don't actually know about these 3. If this is true, the clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7, then this one has to end in a 7. It's the only way we can work 7 in there. And then it has to be at least 5. And so this has to be one of the ones that don't end on the hour. Okay. Hydrate for more brain power. Yeah, thank you, Bronny. Okay, so this condition is complete. This condition is complete. That condition is complete. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Well, that can't be any of the ones that are on the hour, because that doesn't make sense to start with a 0. So it could be the opposite of this one. And then the clocks are positioned so their times will go up in ascending order. Okay. So this one has to be at least 7 or higher. First 3 clocks could be 5, 6, and 6:57. Yeah, that's true. Let's see what happens if we do that. Oops. 5. 6. 6:57. So that would have 1, 2, 3 clocks on the hour. So this one could be... If this one is 6:57... and this one is 7, then this can only be 6:58 or 6:59. It's gotta be one of the two. I'll just put it at 6:58 for now. So then... Okay, 5, 6, 6:57, 6:58, 7. So then we've got 3 clocks left, and 2 of them have to be on the hour, but it's not going to be this one. So these 2 are going to be on the hour, which means this one has to be 8. Oh, God damn it. That one has to be 8. This one has got to be the opposite of either this one or this one. No, it can't be the opposite of this one. It's got to be the opposite of this one. 8:56 would work here. And then this could be 9. Nope. 5, 6, 6:57, 6:58, 7, 8, 8:56, 9. Okay, well this could be 6:59, and then this could be 9:56. Also no? Five, 6, 6:57, 6:59, 7, 8, 9:56. Oh, this has got to be 10. That was just a brain fart. This has got to be 10. No. Okay. Oh, it's because it's no ones, right? So this can't be 10. So this is, the max this can be is 9. Which means this has got to be 6:58. Oh, god damn it. Which means this has got to be 8:56. I feel so confident about that. Is something supposed to happen down here? No, wait. Noella told me not to leave. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. This is not true. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Oh, that's the difference, I guess. This is the issue. This has got to have some of the same numbers. Also, hi, Jazzy! Oh my goodness, you arrived in the middle of a complex puzzle. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. It's good to see you streaming again. I hope you had a great stream this evening. I see you were playing Final Fantasy XIV online. I know the last time you were in my stream, you were telling me you were playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, so I hope it was good to you this evening. Everybody go check out my friend Jazzy Catfish. He is a really great guy. Totally recommend. Hello, Kirsten. How are you? Welcome on in, everybody. This is Blueprints, a very difficult puzzle game. We're currently trying to solve this clock puzzle. Each clock has a note, and basically through process of elimination, we need to make them all true. Yeah, it must be 5... See, this is... Because it's got to have a 7 in it. But then this one has got to be... I mean, does this one have to be 7 o'clock? Maybe... Yeah, no, I think it does, though. But then we're not going to have enough on the hour. Is there an option to set the first clock to 000? No. So it's got to be 5. It needs 2 numbers the same. And it's got to include a 7. But it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think the only possible number is 557. But then if that's the case, I don't know what this is. That one's 557. Okay, if that one's 557, and this one's 7, then this one can be 6. 7. And then this one could be 755. No, it can't, because that's lower. So this should help us figure out this one. This one has got to be 5 something 8. 5 something 8 this has got to be. Could be that, and then it could be 805. Oh, passed it. Yes, got it. Woohoo! Okay. Nice. Oh my god.
No one on stream alerted you.
I didn't notice the pillow had tipped over on Muffin. Hi.
This is why Mom has to come in and check.
Mom came in and noticed that Muffin was trapped under a pillow.
This is why
Oopsie.
I'm sure you're being cared for.
I was a little distracted with puzzle solving.
Negligence.
I didn't notice a pillow had fallen on top of my child.
Negligence.
I mean, she seemed pretty comfy there.
What you know, Mother? What you know?
Hello, Alana, rescuer of Muffin, says Bronny. Sorry, honey, I was distracted with solving a many o'clock.
You're cared for.
Just a weighted pillow. Yeah, she was feeling cozy. Good job, team. We totally solved that. That was tricky. That was tricky. That was a good puzzle, though. That was a puzzle where you solve it at the end, and you don't... What? And you don't feel like, oh, that was a dumb puzzle, I never would have figured that out. You feel like, oh, yeah, that was so good. That really made me work the old noodle, and I feel like we really accomplished something there, so... GG, interesting that May 8th is cropping up again. I've told you once, I've told you a million times, May 8th is the best day of the year. May or may not be because it's my birthday. But big claps all around. GG, guys. That was good. I feel very SMRT right now. All right, so we are going to take this key and head right down to the sanctum doors and open up another door, which means we've only got one door left, which is exciting. The only door we have left is... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get back to the foundation. Is the Mechanarium one. So that one seems the most RNG based out of all of them, because obviously we need to get a number of different rooms to spawn in the same run, so that one's probably just going to be trial and error, but I'm very happy that we got another key here this evening. Tonight's stream has been very productive. We managed to unlock a brand new room, the Clocktower, and in said room, solve the puzzles, and get another Sanctum key, which is Sanctum key 7 out of 8. So only one left. As well, we got the 7th and final red letter that was hiding in a safe that was legitimately under our noses this entire time. I can't believe we basically stumbled upon it tonight, so that's good. We put that together for a little bit of story time, slotting some puzzle pieces into place about what happened to dear mom. And yeah, it's been good. This is basically going to require a cog % speed run. Yeah, you opened 7. God, I'm gonna need to watch the VOD later to figure out what I missed for the first 230. Yeah, we had a really productive stream tonight. So there's only one more sanctum door to open down here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be Number 7. Which safe was I missing? It was the one in the study that was teeny tiny and made of paper. I'd never even noticed it there before. I basically stumbled upon it when we were in there. Or the drafting room. Not the study, the drafting room. And basically hovered over it and happened to have the magnifying glass on me. And I was like, wait, what the heck? Yeah, it was crazy. It was literally in one of the little diagrams. It was a teeny tiny safe made of paper. And I don't know how we got a full-sized letter out of a teeny tiny paper safe. I actually never considered that until right now, but we did. So it was a safe for ants. Question, did you take a picture of the sigil at the top of the clock tower and the symbol on the note? Yes, I did. So it was for... Could probably solve a sigil to cap off the stream. That's a great point. It's for this one right here. So we have the 2 outer layers. It's, there we go. It's that. And then it's... No, why did you move the whole thing? That's so annoying. Clearly I don't fully understand how this mechanism works, because I should be able to just do one thing at a time without moving all of them. I just learned you can use the arrow keys for this. Oh my god, Gunther, that's freaking brilliant! I've been using the mouse the whole time and it's so hard! That is freaking brilliant, Gunther. Thank you. Wow, that saves me so much headache. Thank you very much. That is tip of the year right there. Okay, yeah, way easier, because it's so hard to, like, isolate what I'm clicking on. Alright, so we got that on the outside, and then we've got flower... Oh. No, but wait, the inner one still moves all of them? That's still annoying. Okay. So I guess we just need to do the inner one first. So we're looking for little flower symbols. This is not changing the symbols. What changes the symbols? That. Okay, so we need flowers. Any day now. There we go. Okay. Now the issue is I don't have any other information though. These are the only 2 pieces of information I have. I have flowers, and I have those lines. Yeah, so I guess we need to figure out the sticks and how many symbols before we do the other parts. Yeah, that's all the information it has. Now, it did say this. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. But I don't see how that would really relate. Check out the sigil guidebook. So this is Orinda Aries, is the sigil. Oh, right. The guide does mention winds. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curve lines. Oh, hang on. TS, I think you're on to something. It's those. Okay, and then what else did it say? Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. What else is in the sigil guidebook? The rays. Oh. So this part... Oh. So it talks about naval capabilities, roads, streets, carriages, horseback, rough trails, train system, locomotion, aviation dirigibles, balloons, camels, pack mules, arid or desert trails, turtleback travel. I mean, it talks about sand, I guess. So sand would be this. Oops, I missed it. It was supposed to be the 2 cross. Okay. 2 with squiggles. Or, no, not those squiggles. Those squiggles. And then... flowers. And then... lines? Oh, I thought that might have been it. It is not. Is the wavy bit absolutely correct? I mean, that's the one that said windy weather. The other squiggles indicate extreme heat. But judging by the thing, I thought we were going with wind. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. Yeah, I was hoping that piece that we saw would have more information, but it doesn't really. I know the bottom part is right, and I know the flowers are right. Everything else is kind of a guess. Do you happen to have a picture of the room with the candles underground? I don't know if I ever took a picture of that. Let's see. I don't think I ever took a picture of it, but I mean, I don't see why we can't just Google it. Because we have been there before. I just didn't take a picture. Let's see. Blueprints room with candles underground. Images. Oh, Oh, is there a symbol in the middle? Oh, there is. Oh, there is a symbol. There's a symbol in the middle. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just trying to get a better look at it. Da, da, da. Okay, so it's like, it's the symbol. Oh, and then it has completely different lines. So it's this symbol, but it has... Wow, so you really just need to piece together a whole lot of different information, don't you? It has these lines. Hang on. It's gonna be the last lines we get, of course. Okay, and then they're in this position. It's, again, gonna be the last one there. It's in that position. So then if we do that, we get the flowers. This is so tricky, yeah. Figuring out all these sigils is gonna be so freaking hard. Okay, flowers, and then the outer one. This, I think it's that. Oh, I thought I had it for sure. That's really not it? It's got the 3 lines, they've got the sticks. It's 1 flower, or 1 symbol up top, 2 symbols on the sides. What do I have wrong? I mean, if that piece is anything to go off of, it's definitely the flowers. Are you sure the flowers are for this sigil? I'm just making the assumption because, sorry, I know you can't see what's on my phone, but that piece was next to a piece of paper that had this sigil, so I just assumed that it was for this one, but I guess not. Well, that's annoying. Do we just brute force the rest? Is that the right flower? Yeah. But I guess it's not for this sigil. Oh, the one underground has these symbols. Oh, it does. Okay, hang on. So it's just the bottom one we have wrong. Yay! I did it! Woo! Okay, interesting. So the flower and lines that were on that shattered piece had nothing to do with that symbol. That's so confusing. I figured the piece being next to a piece of paper with the symbol on it indicated that those two were correct, but no, not at all. Gunther actually led me to where the solution was, which was the candle room underground. If I didn't go there, we would have never figured it out. It was completely different. So what that means is the flowers and the lines are for a different symbol, I guess. Red herrings upon red herrings. Yeah, seriously. Okay, well that gets us here, which is exciting. Here's another Mora Jai box. So I am terrible at these. I'm so bad at these. Usually what I do is I try to brute force them for a little while. If and when it doesn't work, I just look up the solution. Because I'm so bad at these. You have been there before, so it's not like it was a new room or place. No, we've been there and we've lit all the candles and everything, so... It was just, yeah, it was hard to connect, I guess, those things together. Okay, I'm just looking this up. I hate these puzzles. You know, sometimes there's just puzzles that you just can't do. This is one of those for me. The thing is, though, does it reset? I don't know if it resets. The solution I got is for a certain thing. Okay, let's take this first. Black Bridge Hotel and Spa in Fen Aries. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Herbert. So I guess it's Blackbridge? Or is that just the name of the hotel and spa? He says it's black in name. It's south of Fen Aries. I mean, we have a map somewhere from our classroom days. Let me take a look. Geography. I'm looking at the world map. I do not see Fen Aries on the world map. That is not helpful to me. Well, that's not helpful. Sorry, I know it must be frustrating because you guys can't even see what I'm looking at. Totally understand that. And I apologize because all these screenshots are on my phone. Oh, wait, the stamp. The stamp says Orinda Aries. Okay. That's gotta be it. Orinda Aries. Because I see that on the map here. Okay. So we already know number 8 is Fen Aries. Number 1 must be Orinda Aries. Could be Blackbridge. It's either Orinda Aries or Blackbridge. I'll just write both of them down. Okay. Okay. Well, it's another piece for the string board. And back to this goddamn box. And yes, I am aware I just click around these boxes randomly because I really hate these puzzles. So I try to just get them done as fast as I can. Because they cause me mental distress. Like, how do I move that yellow one? I guess we gotta get yellow in the middle, I think, in order to solve this. But I'm not 100% sure on how yellow moves. Okay. No! I wanted you in the middle. There. How did you... How did you get up there? I literally don't understand. Okay, back in the middle. Stay there. No! I hate this. The instructions just say that you have to get the black tile. Oh, when black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right. Oh, maybe I should have read that. But that doesn't explain how the yellow tile moves, though. Yeah, that's actually not as helpful as you would think. Because I still click on green tiles and things move, so... It's the only page, yeah. Okay, it's fine, because what I already have the solution looked up, but unfortunately the solution starts from when the box is in its base state. So basically, next time we come down here, I'll just look up the solution and then open it from the start, because I hate that puzzle. I can't even give it the time of the day. I just freaking hate it, so... Rather than end on a negative note, we are going to end on a happy note that we got a new room, solved the Clocktower puzzle, opened a new sanctum door, and solved a sigil puzzle. So this was actually a very, very productive stream. We have one sanctum key left to find, and it is in the mechanarium. We have learned that we need to draft a bunch of cog rooms in order to get enough doors in the mechanarium to open the 8th door and get the final key. Oh yeah, we technically opened 2 sanctum doors, that's right, because we had already had the key, but it was in coat check, and we didn't get a chance to open the door, so that's a good point, actually. We actually did even better tonight than I thought. We opened 2 sanctum doors. So all in all, especially considering the fact that we hadn't played Blueprints in like almost a month, I think we did really good tonight, so... Round of applause to everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me this evening and putting your brains together with mine. I appreciate it. I said earlier, I think it's been my favorite part of streaming Blueprints is actually actively working with you guys to solve puzzles. So that's super exciting. As I mentioned, we got a lot done. We also got another red envelope, the final red envelope in my understanding. So we know what we need to do next day. We got to focus on trying to get good RNG, getting that mechanarium drafted with the appropriate amount of cog doors. Hopefully we'll get that final sanctum key and then we'll put our brains toward these puzzles. But one thing at a time, we're going to celebrate our victories for this evening. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. If you guys are new around here and want to see how we've gotten to the point where we've gotten, head on over to the YouTube channel. I do upload all of the VODs over there so you can see our journey from the very beginning of Blueprints to now. We'll be back with some more Blueprints next week. In the meantime, we will actually be live here on Twitch sooner than that. We'll be live again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we're going to be playing another game that starts with the B, Breath of the Wild. We're still working on our 100% completion run in Breath of the Wild. So tomorrow night will be a cozy Korok hunt. On our last Breath of the Wild stream, we actually officially hit 50% completion on that challenge, which is really exciting. We now have 450 out of 900 Korok seeds, which is a heck of a lot of Korok seeds. And so we'll continue doing that tomorrow night. So hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow for some Breath of the Wild or next week for some more Blueprints. Regardless, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I had a fantastic time as always, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the stream as well. Before we go, I am going to send you guys on a raid. Jazzy sent his crew over here, so it only seems right that we keep the raid train going. My good friend Mapsio Morgan is currently streaming Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. I was watching her stream yesterday of this. It's super fun. If you guys are into farming sims, this looks like a super fun one. I think I'm gonna have to check this one out at some point. But yeah, let's go over and say hello to Morgan. She's a great friend of mine and a great streamer. Make sure you show her lots of love. Otherwise, have a great rest of your evening, everybody. And I will see you guys tomorrow for some more Breath of the Wild.